What's good? Someone that's no one. Welcome back to another video. We outside. You already know. Got the camera out. Let's go. I'm in a fair mood. Fair mood, I will say. Always when I come on to record this, just kind of always brings me up a bit. So let's just roll with it. We're gonna roll with it. I'll tell y'all what's up. But mainly, of course, we're gonna be here for today's video. 7OH, y'all been requesting this I've been requested this probably since last year, towards the end of last year, fall, winter last year, of just cover this, talk about this, like, have you heard about this? Or especially considering if you've been keeping up with this channel, we have some extensive Kratom series on this. We have a Let's Dive Into Kratom, where we break down Kratom in an educational sense, and also from a subjective point of view of each color and just how it could be, and also a section for the extracts on that too, I believe. And we also have a whole 15 episode series. How is Kratom with cannabis, or how is cannabis with Kratom? Exactly how it sounds. And that's also an extensive just testing phase where it's similar to the Let's Dive In. We try Kratom, various doses, various colors, strains, and whatnot. Same thing with the weed, and just see how it is under certain circumstances, like exercise, how is eating, how is maybe if I'm gonna work on something, maybe write something, how is meditation and whatnot, and a bunch of others like that, creativity, and also just some check-ins of and some more qualitative information that it is mainly qualitative, I will say, which I do kind of want to switch up here a little bit. Not saying I want to remove the qualitative information of me just telling it how it is like that, but I think I do want to get some actual more measures in and whatnot, and just have more of that balance of, we do have some quantitative measures going on, and it's just not me trying to explain it from the subjective point of view. Either way, we got 7OH today, right? 7-hydroxymetragenine. Okay, bro. I've kind of always expected this to, I guess not this specific one, I've always seen it. I mentioned it before in the past. Metragenine itself, I've always seen that for Kratom, because if you look at the alkaloids in Kratom, all the constituents in Kratom, we see what is mainly metragenine, followed by 7OH and some others, and a handful of others that dip down in low percentages. In the case of 7OH, we see it may not even be, typically it might be 0.04% present in the total alkaloid. 0.04, 0.04, not even 1%. There are some studies that have shown, it might be a little bit higher, 1%, but it's probably not passing 2%. Okay, so not to say that it's not playing a role in the overall effects of Kratom like that, but it's not like, if you take a Kratom, you know exactly what 7OH is going to feel like by itself, right? That being said, yes, I've had all this Kratom experience, but at the same time, it's a little bit of a different, situation we got going on here. And like I said, I've always kind of expected this to, unfold. It's just give it time, give more people, more research to unfold, more extractions to be made, and more, experimenting to go on like that, especially within the world of substances and whatnot, and just trying to get past certain legalities and whatnot for things that, this shit will smack, right? This shit's smacking, bro. And it's legal gray area. We gonna push it, get some money on people who might get hooked on this, and we have seen that with 7OH so far. We have seen that, and that's why, why and what. Um, I've been seeing this more and been requesting this more. I feel like uh, some more subjective, yet people just recording that. You can get kind of hooked on this shit, right? Because people compare this to, I've heard people compare this to like hydrocodone pretty much. Personally, myself, I haven't gotten into this. I would probably will for story time at some point. Talk about the hydrocodone. I have a little hydrocodone phase myself years back now. And it was kind of, I was in a very vulnerable spot at the time, but you know, given the right conditions, I mean, hydrocodone can be addictive. Alright, we got a comparison to hydrocodone. Alright, okay, for sure. I've also gotten comparisons to morphine, and that's what's been studied scientifically, I believe, in when comparing it to opiates, which morphine is typically a good, you know, go-to, considering a lot of things will actually convert to morphine and are either derived or, you know, used to synthesize, you know, other kind of opiates that exist. But with that being said, let's get into today and what is going on. What am I doing exactly? I don't want to make this super long, but I will make it, you know, however long it needs to be at the end of the day. And to where it's just like, I just want to make content, man. I just kind of want to make content. Anyways, man, this is going to be a sesh, so we will be sparking up once we come up on the peak. I have not taken this shot. 7.5 milligrams is what we're going to go with. I got these 15 milligram tablets. They're recommending you to take at least half. Okay, I'll take half. Even with that, there's a warning, and I'm finding warnings are might be a strong dose, especially considering I have not done opiates of any sort since last year. That's over 6 months, probably, since I've done opiates over half a year, man. I have a lot of experience with them, but still, I don't have, I don't really be taking them like that anymore. I don't be taking Kratom like that anymore like that. I just kind of naturally just like, oh, I don't really need it. I don't know, it's like, I'm just good, like, you know, I'll just smoke. I'm straight on that, man. So, it's also just kind of a availability thing. Not really around like that and whatnot. I don't really be seeking them out too much either. I mean, I could, you know, but considering my history, I kind of also naturally am like, I'm gonna stay away from that. So, but we will take 7.5 milligrams for this video today. We will record mainly during the peak. We might come back, make it like the last, like that Dr. Seuss video. Might do a little like segments here and there, right? But for the most part, I just want to get my first impressions in. Might come afterwards, but I definitely do want to come when we're during the peak, have a little sesh, and we will, yeah, just talk about alright, how this feels, my first impression, subjective point of view on it, and what I have to say, considering, you know, just my experience, considering just, yeah, at all, does this fall on the market, you know, things like that. Can this be useful? I think yes. I already say yes. Most likely, very well could be. A lot of this stuff can be. It's just the doses and the poison, and there's probably another like saying like that. The abuse is in the use. It really is not in the drug. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We got. Just stay tuned. We got a lot coming up besides this, but I'm excited for today. We got this is chapter 5, progression, man. I'm just working towards building to where certain things in the past are set right that I've been kind of like working on slowly, but just need to wrap up on. And it's also like following through with my current intuition of what we can comfortably still do like this. And it's like, if things come along, like the universe brings certain things along too at the same time, I'm also, just have that openness to it. And really, chapter 5 is about structure, and getting back to our. So I haven't done it like this since I've really started, because life has just been, I want to say, a roller coaster of ways, right? But some explaining and whatnot. But we will mainly focus on the 708 this video, so we will be back for that. Alright, we'll wrap it up and I'll be right back, and it's gonna be an hour and a half later. Hour and a half later. However, I feel like this is substantial. It's really built up and whatnot. We'll come back after that of 7.5 milligrams 708. So we'll be right back. Hey, what's up? Look at this. Oh, we got homie. Hey, we got the homie. What's good? I want to scare him. What's good? What's good, gang? What's good? Pretty cool. I don't want to guess what butterfly this is, but it's really cool. Pretty close, just right by the corn spot like that. Should we see? I don't want to like that, but yeah, should we? It's pretty dope. Yeah, I just wanted to come back and say, in the sky. I just wanted to come back and say, feeling pretty good. Out to 7.5. Feels super manageable. This guy's looking at me now, man. Feels pretty good. I'm coming up on 45 minutes in now. And feels like a good, clean Kratom dose without nausea or being too strong or heaviness, really, like that. Reminds me kind of, hydrocodone, I will say, in that regard. Not as much body, more kind of mental, but it's feeling good. I noticed that kind of, I don't know, if anybody else gets this, especially when an opiate might just kind of like set in, we will notice some like bzzz, like ring, like bzzz, going in the head, and I noticed like it's affecting the receptors in real time. It's almost like I hear it. It's kind of crazy, but that's what I noticed with this. But I decided, for the sake of this video, we gonna jump to the 15 milligrams first time. We jump into the first 10 milligrams first time. I'm confident we will be able to be fine off this, and I want a good assessment on this. I want a good strong dose on this, guys, for the first time, and to tell you guys about this. So I'm like, we're gonna take this 15 milligrams, baby. We're gonna take this 15 milligrams. So I just wanted to note that, man, this guy. I just wanted to note that real quick and just, it's a 15 milligram dose. Man, some of the noises that be coming out of my mouth sometimes, man, just uncontrollably, just like almost like whistling, and like I can't even fucking whistle like that. But it's 15 milligrams. It's 15 milligrams, bro. It's 15 milligrams. Okay, that's just what I want to say. We will be back probably like 40-50 minutes from now. So my first dose will definitely be set in, and I'll be coming up on the second dose, this redose. I am very confident about the substance. That is going to be a very feel-good substance and very effective. I will say that. But I'll come back fully when we're more set in. This is just the preview, and it's feeling good. So we'll be right back. What's good? You gotta get this tripod for real, bro. I gotta order one. Welcome to the actual subjective report here story. No, it's like a live story, but it's a story. So I guess, yeah, there's stuff to talk about on the outside context of things, but let's get this, man. 708. Hello, 708. What's good? I don't discriminate, just because, yeah, there has been a lot of presentation about the addiction side of it. to me, and that potential of just, motherfuckers who, this is their feeling of fix, this is what they crave, they will go crazy over this, right? Motherfuckers will go crazy over this, right? Motherfuckers will go crazy over Kratom. I mean, motherfuckers will go crazy over a lot of things. Over caffeine, man. Over nicotine, man, right? Just keep that in mind when I talk about what I'm gonna, and my thoughts coming up here, okay? Before we get into that, yes, sir. By the way, we're hour and a half, a little over, hour and a half in, and about 50 minutes in on our second dose. 15 milligrams total, 15 mgs total. Okay. I did say we are on a sesh. These little bugs, man, wanna play with my feet. Like, alright. I got some new gas here. See it good enough. It's Banana Daddy today. We got this from Dispo out here in the IO. I will say the IO weed has been improving, I feel like, in terms not just of quality, but also just the pricing and vibes overall too, and just getting a little better. There's more deals and whatnot. Just got out of convenience really, so just try out some IO weed. It's been a little minute. This Banana Daddy from Ozone. It's not bad. It's not like insanely like crazy. It's some popcorn stuff, but it's good weed. Unless you're like gonna be super picky about it and just want it like a certain way, I'm pretty open to most types. Depending on flushing and whatnot, just density and whatnot, things like that, terpene profile and whatnot. But it's good, it's clean. Weed's dense. Without further ado, let's spark up. Let's talk about this 7OH. Let's spark up. So I will say, what is this like? Someone that's not one. Is this the real deal? Is this an opiate? Is it hidden ya? It's hidden in ways, if you can't tell. There is a slight perception shift in me and in my mood, I feel like too, just kind of a little more up. I don't want to say I came in like sounding depressed and whatnot, just like been thinking about some things and just like, I don't know how I just like, alright, if this was just, because I really feel like I'm just at the cusp of making my life like really just like, this is really good, man, like really good. And it does have to do with YouTube in ways, and just, I'm partially where we're at with just, the growth and whatnot. Just, man, I cannot help sometimes getting into some things, man. I cannot help it sometimes, but it is part of the live experience too, where my mind's at and whatnot, and just coming into it. Setting settings always important, right? Regardless of the substance, and this could also just be a natural reflection of the substance as well, as I believe. Especially with me, it's just, I don't know, it's always been, this is a sign with me, man. I get more sociable with the opiates, just more talking, just more naturally, like I feel like I'm a faucet, water just keeps coming out and just keeps pouring, like, and it's natural. Like, I mean, I haven't really talked about it too much, but like back in the day when I was doing these hydros like that, right? It's like I would be cool with the stem crowd. I'd be cool with especially like just late at night too, and be like staying up. Some people would just be nodding off and going to bed early, but no, be making me really active, man, and really talkative. Like I can fit along with the stimmies, right? People doing the stimmies, right? And I remember many like late Discord calls and stuff like that. Even it was just like, just how it can be for me at times. When I wouldn't say it was always like this. It's kind of similar in that regard to Kratom. yeah, like even just from the get-go with hydros, I mean, there was always kind of like just this like this go to it. It might be because of the pain relief aspect of it. I don't know. To where it's just like things have quieted down and I'm just like ready to be on go with things, and just like part of it's just like relaxing as fuck too. Like, but it's also not to the point where it's like I'm on a Xan or something, like, or I'm on alcohol, to where it might be where I feel a little dumb or whatever, or just a little inebriated in that sense, right? Or even just, the bodily sense of that sometimes can feel, very just heavy, slow, right? And I was kind of, coming into this thinking it might be like that, right? With heavy kratom doses, that is kind of what I will get at times. Just kind of, especially when we get like past 6-7 grams, man. When we get up there, those higher doses like that, you can definitely get, especially the nausea too and the body load on that, just feeling kind of more heavy. This being an extract, right? I will know that there is a difference with the bodily effects for me. Not saying I don't have any bodily effects. There's certainly some, just like general stimulation, kind of just pleasure of, I wouldn't say it's too euphoric or anything like that, but it just feels kind of just good and just general to be. Nothing too crazy with the body going on. It's more of the mind, I feel like, for me. I always like that. I always like that. And I always like a good body-mind combo. For me personally, I feel like probably the oxycodone is some of the best body I've had. But also, just good body-mind combo with how you can just get into that nodding type of state with that. I could see probably nodding on this with the right dose. Again, like I said, first time, 15 mil. This, our boy, God, I don't know, it's like a big, not like a fly. It don't look like normal fly, man. That's why I'm a little, and no wasp either, but try to stay focused. But nature just be saying what's up sometimes. The universe be saying what's up. I'm gonna acknowledge it if it's, loud enough, right? So, anyways, anyways, where were we? I don't know. This could be a mental effect. I've noticed that on Kratom, I feel like I've reported on Kratom, extensive Kratom. Yeah, check out those series, man. We were extensive on the Kratom with that. Just with the colors, the dosing, but yeah. I will lose, I think, like a short-term memory effect. Short-term memory loss going on that I will notice, like, compared to just how I would be without it. I've noticed at times, like, so could be some of that here. I will know. Nothing too intense. If I, try hard enough, I'll probably could just. Oh yeah, we were talking about that, but versus when I'm sober, it's just like I don't even have to like be trying like that, right? I don't even have to just talk about that, like it's not really a task, right? Or I don't have to feel like there's a strenuous effort to like, man, what was I just talking about? But yeah, so far, I'd say it's mainly a mental thing, and I noticed, like I said, I kind of got that hit with this kind of like, I don't want to say it's like necessarily ringing in my head, but just kind of like I notice and feel like just the firing in the brain going off of the activity, right? Just keeps going on this. Hold on. Little banana daddy. I did smoke a little before, and I will notice this smoke is settling and potentiating into this experience so nicely. I mean, so nicely. Like, it's one of my favorite combos, hands down. I guess not this one since it's new necessarily, but just hands down. Concerning weed is opiates. It's just, it always typically enhances it more, it also balances out. Typically, if I have any negative side effects, maybe potential nausea, stuff like that, this can be a absolute lifesaver at times. Sometimes it may potentiate, bring it on stronger, depending if you're coming up and stuff like that. But I will say it is sitting very nicely here with this 7OH. Yeah, but comparably, what I say is stronger than Kratom at this 15 milligram dose. From what I was researching, from what people had told me, what I mean, Psych Rubus, the homie, podcast homie, shout out, check out, bro. I was asking him because he actually has a video on it, getting into it with his experience and whatnot, his thoughts on it. And see, I think he was the first person that ever really recommended to me. Because, I mean, we've always been fucking with Kratom like that. And like I said, I always kind of had like an idea of where this could go with, you know, certain alkaloids and whatnot. And we're going to see this more with other plants and whatnot. We're going to see more extracts come about just because... why not? Let's see what happens. Oh, it can cause this effect. Oh, we can get by illegally with this. Oh shit! This is the next thing up on the market. Let's go. Just get it going slowly. Oh, label it as this. Oh, it's these gummies. This drink, or oh, you can actually smoke it, or whatever the case may be. We'll see though. I mean, I feel like there is a means to an end with all that at some point too. But we're gonna see how the society develops, where things go. We got to keep pushing for proactive psychonautics, guys. Proactive by meaning, hey, we're not just taking Benadryl because I'm a psychonaut and I want to experience delirium. No, we're not gonna take that because we're gonna be proactive with our lives. Not be a detriment to health. Do this for an actual purpose. Not necessarily just to get something out of it, I mean, but make sure it's actually, you know, healing in some way, and that it's outputting and making you, you know, more of you, more able to do what it is that you're setting out to do. So, or just more specific, healing this, healing that. But let's not get too broad or off the rails with that. But it just leads to better choices. It influences others to make better choices. At least a faucet, I feel like I got most of it out though, about what I want to say about this 7OH. Comparably, I mean, I would say it is kind of like a hydro, yeah. It's like a hydro, yeah. 10-15 milligram hydrocodone. Probably more like 12.5, 15 milligram, maybe even like 17.5, something like that. For me, that's a good dose. We're vibing on that. That's an enjoyable dose. I'm vibing on the dose like that. Like, and just, yeah, coming up like that, I'll just say on that, I guess, story time part of this, just talking to my girlfriend for the most part, blowing this up, and we smoked a bowl and stuff, and just like I said, that's why I said about that faucet metaphor, right? I was just feeling like, yeah, I'm a turned on faucet, just like pouring out just words and just like, or just conversation really, and just I'm eating it right up and I'm giving it right back, and it's making me a great conversationalist. That's why I don't more research, man, on this, man, like, because in a sense, this is amazing for, at times, if I'm having maybe struggles with my communication in a sense, because of the tisms, right? Yeah, right? Shout out Brendan if you're watching this. But it makes it, I don't even know, because I am stuttering a bit on my words. Probably keep it in, just again for authenticity's sake and whatnot. Get out of here, G. And little nature wants to say hi, wants to stir us up a little. It's okay. Subjectively, on this, you know, initial dose, who's to say, you know, with long-term use and whatnot, like that, and how effective it will be over time. Potential, you know, for some type of social, you know, psychological therapy, I feel like. with opiates, because this ain't just, off this. I mean, it could just be like explained through, decrease in ambition and whatnot, and just how over time, again, how it's might not be sustainable as a, reliable medicine. I don't know. I do feel like there's some potential in some ways, even if it's dosing this once a month, even. Like, I feel like there's maybe, shied away from, but not even necessarily shied away from, but just, avoided because of legality issues and whatnot, and just seeing how addictive it can be for some people, and just mainly just purposing it as needed for people actually really needing that, kind of thing, pain therapy. This is just the educational and just overview of this and impressions like that. When y'all know what's up, Psychonauts dropping in and seeing what's good with this, right? With this 708, yeah, just with the way it is, the strength right now, and these first 15 milligrams, I mean, no, I probably wouldn't have done this if I, like I said, didn't have this prior opiate experience like that. I will say this is definitely a pro to Kratom in a lot of ways. In terms of, I think more so, I probably, it depends. I mean, as a medicine, I can't see some pros to it compared to Kratom. Just comparable to, like I said, a hydrocodone or even morphine. Now, scientifically, it's been studied compared to morphine. Some studies, are saying up to 22, 44 times as powerful or as effective as morphine. Some say like 6, but I imagine it's probably at least like 10 times. Granted, I will say now I never actually had morphine. Technically, we've had codeine that converts to morphine, but never had actually straight up morphine. I hear actually straight up morphine is pretty fire. My boy told me. Just never actually had the opportunity to consume morphine myself, but I've heard it's pretty, it's a baseline, morphine, right? Yeah, for me, I'd say it's like comparable to hydrocodone, maybe like a light dose oxy. Kind of like a light dose oxy, a little 5 milligram light dose oxy, maybe like 7.5. Little pink devils, man, though. Little oxy, man. Little pink devil, bro. Or some perks, but check out them stories too, man. But how is this a pro to Kratom as a medicine, or just, well, I mean, I don't know if it's a pro to other medicines. It could be a pro to other medicines because, like, I was finding there is a lack of respiratory depression compared to these more synthetic opiates and whatnot. That could be huge. Why do overdoses happen like that? What's the main risk in overdoses like that? Is actually, passing to respiratory depression. Your body and brain shuts down its ability or just natural recognition that I need to breathe. Oh, and you pass out, you start nodding off. Feels so good, you don't even notice. I'm not even breathing. You start dying. Like, some people describe, who have had to been revived and whatnot, so as the most peaceful death you'll ever experience. I guess I can see that. You're just literally like willing to just sit in clouds and just float off, like literally. So to actually have a pro like that, again, I think more research needs to be done. At the time of making this video, this is not, the scientific portion for this video. I do not like to do that, lay it all out for this video the first time like that. We have a Let's Dive In series for that, and we have other series for that kind of do the same thing as well. So first time is just first impressions. It's more raw like that, so there does need to be some more research on this, at least in that regard, and seeing, testing out and more, more controlled studies with active comparisons with some of these, other synthetic opiates, and just Kratom too would be nice to see as well. So I might be talking to just a bit more than normal because I feel like be smoking a bit more than normal. We've been going ham just when we come out here and just like doing it live like that. Because I couldn't get into some other stuff. I mean, I brought up, hints and portions about my mental state. I will say, like I said, coming into, like I said, not depressed, but just a little unsatisfied with like how I could be doing things, or just how things could be, I guess, which is, it's a work in progress. So I'll just leave it at that. It's a work in progress. Your boy's straight. I hope you guys are straight too. There's a lot of people in this community. I'm bad, dude. Little guy keeps flying. Bro. All up in our business. I'm recording. I know you want to be in the video, G. Go in the background, bro. Like, don't do that. Where was I, bro? Short-term, alright. Comparison studies, I don't know. Where were we, bro? I really don't know. This dude really just did that. And this, like I said, I feel like there's some short-term memory loss of sorts. These bugs out here, man. It's warm, humid as fuck lately. These bugs, they're like, we here for real. Like, we ain't fucking around either. Alright. So while it seems there does seem to be that addiction potential still there, but yeah, we gotta keep smoking, keep these guys away. There might be more of a safer profile potentially compared to just what's in practice right now. So I mean, it's not like I'm gonna be totally against. I'm always gonna be open towards something. The doses and the poison. I guess the poison is also in the usage, if you want to consider it as a poison of addiction, right? So I said something earlier, like the usage in the usage. I don't even know, man. Some memory loss going on here, I will say, with this 7-OH and whatnot compared to normal. Might be this little combo too, just smoke more and get higher like that, right? So there is that aspect of it. Another pro I will say, I guess we could just take Kratom extract. Kratom extract is kind of fucking gross. This wasn't the best either. It was a tablet at least. Haven't seen Kratom extract tablets like that. I've seen like pills like that. Those are alright. Capsules like that. Those are alright. Chocolate bar was alright. It's not. Doesn't taste very good at all. But pro would be like, I can drink Kratom. Kratom doesn't taste the best either. I'll drink Kratom though. It's not bad like that for me. Yeah, you don't have to down a bunch of powder, right? And that's fantastic. Alright. At least to achieve these effects from Kratom, I feel like, alright, I'm gonna have to take like around 7 grams, man, like something like that, like to get these types of feelings going, right? Of this opiate potential and this activity going on to that level. So I think that's a big pro, and just like it's more quick, might be more effective in that regard then. So it makes it worth it. But we're gonna have to see where this goes with 7-OH. Go stick around for a while. Could be pulled pretty quickly. I'm not sure. I think, I got some more of this. I won't be chilling on it. Like I said, I did have a little running phase with hydros back in the day. Maybe I'll come back with another video on this and be like, man, it was so good. I took the whole thing this whole night. I took this every day following the video. Like, maybe it's that addictive, and like when I'm off of it, it's just like, it is really like that. I think for this video, we will record a quick segment at the end of this and after this, and being like, I got cravings the next one. This is the next morning. I got cravings, bro. For me, honestly, it was all psychological when I was doing it. I didn't really get too much like actual physical withdrawal, physical craving like that. It was just also just like I was in a spot where it's just like I'm gonna just do this because I can, but it's also tapering is important. It's also have a plan with that, and this cold turkey could be rough as fuck. Just saying. So yeah, just be smart, be careful. I feel like, yeah, I'm coming into this 15 milligrams. I can handle it just fine and dandy. I'm looking forward to probably eating, honestly. I love to eat off opiates. People are gonna be like, you love eating off opiates. I do. I don't know, food smacks, bro. Food smacks. I will say I will not eat it nearly as much, no. And if I were to redose after a full stomach or something like that, yeah, I could have some nausea and stuff like that. Not the funnest, or just like my stomach feels like the digestion just feels kind of rough, right? It's not the best, right? Not typically during like the first hour, but like for the most part, yeah, I can like smash some food on some opiates. So I'm gonna see how that goes. Just chilling with my girlfriend right now, and just like it feels good like that. And just I was doing some stuff, just organizing some things, getting this other video ready on wasping. Little, something to look forward to, guys. It's a crazy one. One of the most crazy ingestions I think covered yet, or just substances. It's one of those things, like, I don't like saying it, man, but I want to be kind of accurate with how I'm feeling, right? Life is good. Life is good, man. Like, life is good. Things feel like, as they should be. There's a lot to enjoy, like that bird just flying by, and another one, those flowers over there. It's nice weather out, the sun ain't, like, coming out, 'cause if it was like that, it'd be pretty hot, but it was out earlier today already, so it's like I got good vitamin D in. My foot's getting better from this injury and whatnot. I don't know, just a lot of positivity going on, I feel like, and a lot of, like, I can just naturally tune into that in my mood. Because of that, it's just like, it's a lot more, like, I don't know, things just a more flow because of that in this state. And it might be because I just haven't had opiates in such a long time. I don't know, I might have a bit of a permatolerance of sorts. I don't feel like I have a permatolerance necessarily, but I feel like it's like called priming, right? I think it's called priming. Technically, the scientific term is where we prime our brain by getting exposed to certain stimuli. In this case, that would be opiate potentiation or activity. The priming, I feel like, yeah, because I've had this prior opiate experience where I was at a point, it was like doing like 70, 80 milligrams hydrocodone for like my dose, bro. Like, it's up there. And that also big concern with the APAP at that time too. Like, huge concern with the APAP at that time. It's very risky. It's gonna be like, at some point we're gonna be like it's the hydrocodone like chronicle, something shit. I'm stumbling over my words a little bad now. Just showing I'm a little more inebriated off of it, I feel like. So maybe not the best for communication, or at least articulation for getting my thoughts across on this, for this video and whatnot. But this is the kind of thing I love taking walks on Kratom. This is the kind of thing I feel like I'd love to take a walk on. This kind of thing, but that, yeah, I feel like that priming thing, like, has suited me for this 15 milligrams, has suited me for when I came back to, like, oxys, has suited me. Anytime I've come back to opiates, I feel like I can do a pretty, like, a little stronger than normal dose. And not necessarily because I need to, not because, like, I feel like it's a permatolerance, but because, like, my body's kind of, like, been suited to, like, oh yeah, we know what this is, like, we fucks with this, right? We fucks with this. we don't get nausea like that anymore. We don't get like no itchiness like that no more. We fucks with this. We know how to handle this, and just like, I don't know. It might be a purple tolerance of sorts. Might be. It's nothing I've researched or looked into really like that, but I'm also cooling with it, right? It's something I'm cooling on. It's something I'm tripping on. It's not like I said, I don't be doing this shit like that. So it's something I look to do something like that, partially because of past history with me, partially because of past family history, specifically parents and whatnot, little needles and whatnot. Man, it's serious stuff, and I know it's there somewhere psychologically, that potential, right? So I am just always in my life going to have 2 extra steps ahead of being careful with opiates for me. But another part, like I said, I don't really like saying it, but I will be just honest in this regard. I feel like we're chilling on them, got it handled. I don't feel like it's mainly a psychological one, if there is any like type of addiction there, but I feel like I've been through what I've been through and developed to a point where it's just no, I'm good when I don't need it. I'm not seeking it out. I don't really feel like I desire it like that. It's a fun time, man, but at the right times. I ain't really doing it just to do it. This came with a purpose, man, to really talk about it with you, for you guys, and just get my thoughts on it, first impressions. And I just want to lay it all out, give as many descriptions as I can about it. Yeah, I mean, we could definitely get into more with this if you guys want to see more with 7-OH. But I think there is another one we will try. There is another Kratom alkaloid extract that we got that was sent as a sample for us. So, hey, bonus. We're trying this. We're also going to try another one. I will not say what it is now because I think it's something that starts with an I. Yeah, I mean, we can do a less dive in, but I mean, I do have other plans and whatnot, other things we're working on. I do want to get to this DXM here, guys. Get back on that, at least, because I want to figure out more. Cause, I mean, other people have been reporting to me now, going through what I'm going through with the nausea, building resistance and whatnot. We can't take DXM no more. The long-term effect of just, our body doesn't fuck with it no more. Nausea city, feeling sick as fuck. Terrible experience, right? So I want to do more research, try to experiment if we can try and reverse effects if possible, or maybe we're in a different state of our exposure with DXM, and just trying to figure out more, basically, and find the next steps with that. So a lot of people, will see that it's the end of the road, right? It's the end of the road. We just did it too much, and we just can't fuck with it anymore, right? I'm going to see about that, guys. I am going to see about that. Yeah, I mean, anything though you want to see, look through the playlist on the channels, guys. We got a lot of different types, why substances suck, why substances are great. Let's dive in. How's this with cannabis? Technically, kind of did this for the first time, but it's more extensive things we can do with this, is what I'm saying. If you want to see that, or if you have any ideas yourself, if you ever reported this yourself too, send it in. I will like to cover somebody else's reports at some point of this, just for documentation purposes and whatnot, and we have this technically covered like that. So yeah, but again, look out for another Kratom extract alkaloid review, first impressions just like this coming up here, that we got sent as a bonus. Again, the universe just sometimes, it just comes along and it happens. So, but anything other besides this, let me know what you want to see and whatnot. Long ass outro, man. Long ass outro. We fucking just do this, bro. Just get into this. There's just so much to talk about normally. Just a ton to talk about, man. But let me know what you want to see. Otherwise, besides this, anything first time trying, other story times I may have, other reviews, substances explained, anything like that. Your boy's get anything psychonaut related. Your boy is game. All right, and we will cover it. Proactive psychonautics. Do this do this for the betterment of humanity, right? And just, there's enough in the world where people are addicted, doing drugs just to do drugs, out of boredom, for fun, whatever it may be like that. And it becomes a problem for a lot of people. We're not here for that. We're here to review. We're here to give the real, the documentation of it, the education of it, the real informative part of it. And that includes the subjectivity of it. I mean, that's really, super important for a lot of people. I mean, most people, especially, how am I gonna feel off of this? So, but yeah, man. So I do this, man. We do start the outro, then we start talking about something else. It's almost like we didn't end the video, but we're ending this. All right, we're gonna end this. So it's been someone that's no one. Like, subscribe, check out the socials, man. Check out the socials for real too. And hit me up if you want to hit me up. Snapchat, email me. You report. Submit the report in the forum. You already know. Comment something juicy, like the video. Try and get this algorithm, bro, going a little bit, man. Either way, I love this community here, and who's already part of this, tuning in like that. Much love. Thank you for the support. It's been someone that's no one. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.